Hello and welcome to Daily Reflection with Aneel Aranha. Today is the 17th of November 2018. We're going to reflect on Luke chapter 18, verses 1 to 8. Then Jesus told them a parable about their need to pray always and not to lose heart. He said, "In a certain city there was a judge who neither feared God nor had respect for people. In that city there was a widow who kept coming to him and saying, 'Grant me justice against my opponent.' For a while he refused, but later he said to himself, 'Though I have no fear for God and no respect for anyone, yet because this widow keeps bothering me, I will grant her justice so that she may not wear me out by continually coming.' And the Lord said, 'Listen to what the unjust judge says. And will not God grant justice to his chosen ones who cry to him day and night? Will he delay long in helping them? I tell you, he will quickly grant justice to them. And yet, when the Son of Man comes, will he find faith on earth?'" The Gospel of the Lord. There are two characters in this story. One is a judge who neither feared God nor had respect for people. He is essentially a man who is a law unto himself. He has no regard for God and even less for people. I am sure we have met people like this. They claim to be self-made and take great pride in their intellect, personality, and abilities. They are self-centered human beings concerned only with their opinions, their comfort, and their needs. Jesus calls the judge unjust, suggesting he was also corrupt. The second character is a widow who kept coming to the judge and saying, "Grant me justice against my opponent." Widows are spoken about several times in scriptures, and theirs was not an easy life. They had no legal right to the husband's property after his death, and if she had no children, the estate automatically went to her husband's family. Even if the widow had children, there was a good chance that her in-laws would challenge the inheritance, resulting in a legal battle, which might be what this story is all about. So, the widow is in court, trying to defend what she believes is hers by right, and it is. She knows the judge sells justice to the highest bidder. She can't buy him because she can't afford him, but even if she could, she wouldn't because she had values that she believed in and stood for. She has no chance of winning. But she is a fighter, and if she goes down, she will go down fighting. So she visits court every time this particular judge is on the bench, and she sits there quietly, appealing to a higher judge that this one sees reason. She does what she can to make her case known to the public, but for the most part, everybody ignores her. She's not their problem, and they don't want to be involved. But that doesn't bother the widow either. She continues to make a stand, and then one day the judge delivers a verdict in her favor. What happened? The judge got afraid. He would see this woman every time he was presiding, and he would see her eyes fixed on him, and he would get rattled. He would see her standing with a placard outside his court every time he entered and left. It is one thing being a corrupt person, it is another having everybody know or even suspect that you are. This little widow, whom the judge thought powerless and could be intimidated, is exposing him for what he really is, and the judge decides that whatever he's being paid by his opponent is not worth it and grants the widow what she wants. And then Jesus explains this story to his listeners. He substitutes God for the judge and his chosen ones for the widow. And I can hear the protest, "But God isn't unjust," you say. Indeed, he isn't. And that is the point of this story. If an unjust judge could ensure that a woman he held in low esteem was not left without succor, then how much more would a just judge ensure that those who cried to him for help found relief? So, if you're fighting for justice, do not give in to discouragement, disillusionment, or disappointment. Fight. God is on your side. May he bless you.